gentlemen. But like the dramatists would say, it must be raindrops, and that's what's happening in St. Louis. However, here in Kansas City, we're into the Ethnic Enrichment Festival. The Chiefs are winning. They playing here. And also understand they are packed at the Liberty Memorial and other places here in Kansas City. But let's go to the Ethnic Enrichment Festival, and hopefully we'll be joined by the other person who's the chairman of the Ethnic Enrichment Commission. Well, let's go with the young lady we have in the country you represent, and we'll be repeating this over and over. But first, tell the people who you are, what country you represent, and what's happening at the Ethnic Enrichment Festival.
Well, my name is Lupe Moy, and I'm from the island of Samoa. And right now, Scotland is performing. And we have a packed house. It's hardly any room to walk around.
Well, that's great. Well, a lot of people, our listeners, don't know what the Ethnic Enrichment Festival is and what you do. So we're going to give you the opportunity. Plus, I want to be sure that we have a meeting this coming Tuesday at the Bruce R. Washington Cultural Heritage Center. That's at 3700 Blue Parkway at 3 p.m. We want each and every person with the Ethnic Enrichment Commission to be there at 3 o'clock. But let's let you get started. You are the person in charge now to tell them about your island and what's happening. So you got no problem repeating what's happening at the festival and what countries and what is the purpose of it. I know this is the 43rd Ethnic Enrichment Festival, so you take it from here. Thank you.
Oh, we're part of the Ethnic Commission of Kansas City, and we have 66 countries represented. So here at the festival, we have like about 50 booths with all different kind of foods from whatever country you think of: Israel, Egypt, Ethiopia, Kenya, Puerto Rico, Japan, Samoa, Hawaii, you name it, I believe we have it. And everybody's so cordial. Everybody's carrying around food, and then they have entertainment every 30 minutes from each country. It goes on for 3 days. We started yesterday, it's today, and then it'll end tomorrow.
Well, where is your country located?
We're located in the South Pacific, about 2,500 miles southwest of Hawaii, and we're really close to New Zealand. It's below the equator. It's a small island. The dot is bigger than the island. In fact, you know Dwayne Johnson, The Rock?
Right.
He's Samoan, so...
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's as close as I can get to someone popular.
But you know what? I was in the Navy, and I went to Melbourne and Sydney, Australia, but I didn't have the pleasure of going to New Zealand. So tell us what your resources are. What do you take pride in besides this mineral water? They said it floats no other place but in New Zealand.
Oh, I don't know about New Zealand, but I know about Samoa. It's just a little dot on the map.
Okay.
I think the dot is bigger than the island. But we share a lot of the same customs as the island of Hawaii, except it's like two different Indian tribes. But we say talofa and Hawaiians say aloha. It's basically the same.
Okay, we got Mr. Howard, folks. I think he's trying to connect up with other person. In the meantime, we want him to, since Missouri is the show me state, we have to show them Mr. Scott and Mr. R in St. Louis what's happening here in Kansas City, okay?
Exactly. Go ahead. Hold on.
Okay, when you get the screaming out on the phone also, I let her go first.
We can't hear you, Mr. R, folks.
Too loud.
Okay. I'm listening right now. You have questions for me? I mean, I'm at the stage here, and they are playing the piping is so loud, so I have to step away from there. Okay,
tell the people who you are and what country you represent, And like I stated earlier, that need junior commissioners to come in Kansas City at the Blue Star Walking Cultural Center, 3700 Blue Parkway, this Tuesday at 3 p.m. And what we're going to do, we're trying to get the people from the various countries to become at-large board members representing their countries, okay? So we tell the people who you are, what are your resources, and since you're the chairman of the commission, tell the people what it's all about and how you're enjoying yourself, about the people that come out, and what you do in your particular country. What do they do?
Oh, okay. That's a long question here. Well, anyway, I will answer you however I remember what question you asked me. First of all, my name is Lyles. I am representing Malaysia. I'm also the chairperson for EEC this year and also next year. So this is like first time we have the festival after 2 years of shutdown by the COVID. I see, the crowd today is incredible. The food line is almost going half a mile each food. So it's really, really crowded. And I'm sorry, I cannot remember what else you want me to say. Okay, so we do have a Malaysian association in Kansas City here. So basically I'm the founder of the Malaysian association, and we have a food booth here also. I think we almost ran out of food. Okay, what else is there? Richard, can you tell me again? Because the piper here is so loud, I can hardly hear you.
I know it, we know it, and we're not going but also, what are some of the natural, I know it's about, if I remember correctly, you have X amount of thousands of islands in your country. And what is the natural resources, and what brought you to be here in Kansas City, and also to get involved with the Ethnic Enrichment Commission?
What are the resources for Malaysia country? Is that what you said?
If you could, you're going to have to speak a little louder, because I know there's a lot of people going around, but we want to make sure we get as much of this as possible.
It's so hard for me to hear you.
Okay. Talk a little louder so the people across the United States can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right, now the piping just stopped. Can you tell me what your question was?
I didn't quite hear you.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to hear.
What are the resources from your country that you have?
What kind of resources we have?
Yes.
Well, basically, we don't have a lot of members in our association here. So everybody here has families here working full-time. They are mostly professionals, working for corporations. That's all the people that live in Kansas City here from Malaysia.
So you recognize you're an Asian country, right? Or you consider an Asian country?
We can consider Asian country, but we are actually Southeast Asia.
Okay, tell our people who are listening to this, we're talking about a very important session on the show today. What resources does the country or the islands have? Natural resources.
Natural resources? I mean, people in Kansas City or people in Malaysia?
Well, no. I'm talking about the actual, in Malaysia, what do you produce that other people throughout the world would like to get?
Oh, I see. People, in Malaysia, the natural resources we have is basically tin mining, agriculture, and rubbers. Well, now that everything's changed into synthetic, so maybe it's not as popular, as, And we do a little bit export, but we import a lot of stuff from outside too. I guess that's what I can remember.
Okay, let's just kind of break it down a little bit.
Like industry, maybe not the very light industry.
What is your basic diet in your old country?
Say that again?
What is the basic diet? What type of food do they have in Malaysia?
Okay, we have all kind of variety of food. Malaysia has 3 big ethnic groups. So we have the biggest one is Malay, and then Chinese, and then we also have a lot of tribals in Malaysia, in East Malaysia actually. So our food is a combination of all these different ones that migrated from different countries, from China. So of course, we got the food flavor.
Probably if you kind of step back a little from your phone that we're talking on, maybe the people can hear you much clearer. The type of food, fish, or what animals that are natural in Malaysia that people here are just becoming cognizant that it is available.
Unfortunately, there is no Malaysian restaurant here in the city. So basically, most of the Malaysian here cook very well, our own food. The country is like a melting pot. So we have different kind of people, we have different kind of food that we modify to our taste. We have a lot of spices in the food, so it's kind of very tasty. Lots of curries and just tons of.
Well, I know when I used to do this broadcast from another outlet where you do have some Malaysian restaurant that serve your food, so you kind of tell the people where they are, so that people might take the up and dine.
As I said, we don't have a Malaysian restaurant here, but today in this festival here, we do have a food booth that we sell chicken satay, which is the signature food, and curry puff, and then the mee goreng is Malaysian style fried noodles, and then we have a drink that we call air bandung, which is flavor of rose flavor with milk, and these are really sweet and tasty. So these are the food that we're selling here today at the festival this weekend.
And I know the prices are very reasonable. I know we had a little because of the virus that we had a couple of years. We didn't do the Ethnic Enrichment Festival, but we know this is the 43rd anniversary. So we're happy that you got a turnout crowd out at Swope Park, and that's located in Swope Park in Kansas City, Missouri. It's on Meyer and Gregory. And this is the chairman of the Ethnic Enrichment Commission. And we also got the other person on the line, and feel free to talk. And if, Mr. Fowlkes, if you got some questions that you want to ask, because what we want to do is get ready for the 44th Ethnic Enrichment Festival. And you got a lot of people who are listening in from throughout the country, like St. Louis, Ferguson, the region, what have you. So we want to let them know what's going on here in Kansas City and how they might be able to obtain future information on how to get involved with the festival.
Yes, even though we have about 66 countries right now representing different countries, but we always welcome any country that don't have a representative for their countries. We are welcome them to be a commissioner of EAC. You have to have organizations. When I first started out, I'm off by myself alone. And then I started the association, and then I just recruiting all the other Malaysians to come in. So that's how you started. But once you join as a member, we do want you to register as a non-profit organization. So that way, whatever income that you get from EC is a non-profit profit.
By the way, what do you do for a living? Give us your academic. I have found out that most of the people who are part of the commission, they are outstanding academics. You got a lot of master's degrees, you got PhDs, and a lot of people got their own business. So kind of give us a little background, at least of our listeners, so they'll know how accomplished most of you are.
Yeah, we get all kinds. We got, as high education, as having a PhD, to maybe, not so well educated. We all welcome all that. For myself, I have a bachelor's degree in science, and I kind of retired right now, but I still work a little bit as a substitute teacher. So my time is a lot more flexible than I used to work for corporations that you need to have limited holidays. So yeah, there's all it is. Every commission has different professions and skills and talents. This is kind of unique. We don't judge whether you are highly educated or not educated, as long as representing the country well.
Okay, anybody else can jump in. We're here. We got another approximately about 40 minutes to go, and we want to take advantage of this. Plus, tell the people also how long you'll be there today. We know the admission is $5, and the parking is free. You got security out there, and then you'll be there probably a half a day tomorrow, on which. And then the other thing we're talking about is why you welcome people, and also we know that you try to get youth involved, and a lot of times people sell the jewelry, they might sell other things, maybe their clothes, and who is on stage today? What is that all about?
Yeah, most of the boutique travels, we wanted them to represent their countries. We don't want someone here to tell, something that don't represent their country at all. This is a cultural organization, so everything is related to your countries. That's the aim we have for every commissioner. So if you come here to cross around the couple, and what you see is that couple is representing their country, so all the items, the craft, all the clothing should be representing their countries.
Okay, though, we haven't forgot about our other country that started the program also. Feel free to talk at any time.
Richard, I have about 5 minutes before I had to get on the stage to do the MC. So in 5 minutes, I had to get off phone because I need to.
That's okay. Go ahead and talk the whole 5 minutes now.
Okay. Anybody has any questions before I turn off the phone?
And what country do you represent?
Me?
Yes.
Malaysia.
Malaysia, okay. And I know that you're chairman of this, and Mr. Fowlkes or anybody, if you have something you want to asked her before she has to run off.
Yes. Madam Chairman, my name is Ira Folks. I'd like to commend you, okay, on a great effort so far. And I guess at the end of the day,
Okay, I can't hear you. Say it again.
Okay, how many people is in your organization from Malaysia?
Say it again.
How many people are from Malaysia in your organization?
Oh, we have probably about 120 families. We count families of people. You know, one family will have 3 or 4 people.
And what is a native dress in Malaysia? I know it's one of about 3,000 or 7,000 islands. Just like the Philippines, they have quite a number of islands that make up the Philippines. You do the same thing in Malaysia. But you hit the news about 2 or 3 years ago where you had some planes that were lost. What do you know about that? And what is the situation today about what happened there? Are you still with us?
You know,
Okay.
Can you tell me the questions again?
Okay, I'm saying you had a situation that some planes were lost in Malaysia several years ago. And what is the situation now? And then I said, I know there are X amount of thousand islands there. So where are you now? I know you asked the question, you said you have about 120 family of Malaysian people here in, I guess, Kansas City. But overall, in the country, would you say they have how many Malaysian people here? Just approximately.
Are you asking what is the population in Malaysia?
Yes.
Population in Malaysia, we have about 33 million.
Okay, and so what is the language that they speak in general?
The language?
Yes.
Your language.
Okay, our national language is Malay. We actually but we call it Malay because our highest population is the Malay. So, you know, English, we were all the only English.
And how long have you been in the United States?
I live here around almost 34 years.
Okay. And what university did you go to?
Huh?
What university did you go to in this country? What university did you attend?
Where I originally from?
What college did you attend? On your academia, where you got your bachelor's from?
Oh, UMKC.
Okay. Congratulations to you. Well,
Thank you.
I know you have to go, but thank you for your time. You know.
Okay, yes.
Have a great afternoon. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Bye.
And I'll be in touch with you about the meeting Tuesday we want you to attend, okay? I'll be in touch with you.
All right. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
now we got the counterpart now. Seems like you got the rest of the show, so you can tell us all about your country. Is she still with us?
Yes.
Ma'am? What is her name? She's down there, Maria.
Miss Morris? Miss Morris, are you still here? Miss Morris?
So in the meantime, until we get her back, let's tell the people what's going on in Ferguson and St. Louis and the importance of, I know they had a flood there. What's the situation now? I know in Kentucky they had one, and I know they have one in St. Louis. So let's kind of bring our people up to date who, due to their misfortune, they're not able to be here in Kansas City for the Ethnic Enrichment Festival. The expectation was between 35,000 and 40,000 people from the region. as well as this is the 43rd annual Ethnic Enrichment Festival, and they got people they got a new country. I was boasting about 65, but they said 66. But here are the people that are listening. You're missing out something. They really got it very well advertised. But then we want to increase the participation, get more people from Ferguson and St. Louis, how to get in contact with you and how they can get involved with the festival they're going to have, the 44th festival, which will be next year. It's always the third weekend in August in Kansas City at the Full Park. That's where they normally hold it at. And the parking's available. The different countries, they wear their latest attire, they sing, they dance. They also, the ones that have their food, they sell their foods here at a very reasonable price. And like they had in Ethiopia, and a lot of people like spicy food. We know that some of the best lemonade was from the countries, Germany and what have you. And a lot of different variety of things. And you can't miss your mark by attending the festival. And the people work all year round just to plan for this occasion at the third weekend in August. So people, you're missing it. I understand earlier, and here in Kansas City, they got 3 or 4 different events going on, and all of them are well attended. So what is happening in St. Louis today?
Well, you see, right now we have quite a bit going on, but right now we have festivals going on in different neighborhoods, but which I have not been able to attend because I've been doing the shows. But right now, you mentioned what happened to the during the flood situation here. But a couple of weeks ago, we were unfortunate. We had some 100-year flood, I guess you can say, that we had a rain of over 7 inches of rain that fell, which was the most in St. Louis history, and it's a new record. And what happened was we had a lot of floods in the St. Louis City, in St. Louis County, in St. George County, and around the community. We had certain cities like University City, some cities that were actually really just kind of had waters up to people's second floors in their homes in some cases. Some cars got washed away. And we had a whole lot of some of the highways were shut down. And so since that taking place, FEMA is down in the area now, working with a lot of families, trying to get them, as close to normal they can get with the SBA and get them loans and stuff as well, working with different insurance companies. So right now, we're on a rebound, but unfortunately, it takes time, in something like this, and so we're all being prayerful as a lot of families right now. And the bad part about this, MC, is we're also trying to get ready to go back to school. And like in most places in the country, we have a shortage of our teachers in all our schools here in the area, most schools I should say. And also we have not only a shortage of kids, not kids, but teachers. We also have a shortage of workers in the schools, for custodians, office workers. And I guess the biggest shortage we have in some places now is having enough bus drivers for transportation for the school, for the kids, to get to school on who ride the buses. So that's been a major problem in some of the areas now.
Okay, approximately how many schools you have I know you mix up some different counties you have in St. Louis and Ferguson?
Wow. We have, oh my God, we probably have at least 20 or 30 or more because we have, in the St. Louis area, we're made up of about one major city, which is St. Louis. Then we have one incorporated St. Louis County, but we have about 85 or 86 small municipalities. And an idea is like in the Ferguson area, we have a Ferguson, Florida school district. You have a Hazelwood school district. You have one in the two, at the Parkways, different places. And all those areas, all doing right now, trying to recruit teachers for school. as well as trying to recruit, the office workers, the custodian workers, and as well as, closet growers. And Will said this, but unfortunately, as you know, Missouri has some of the lowest paid teachers in the country. And that's my dog right now. The mailman is coming by, Mr. Bubbles. Well, he's always gets on my program. Always, everybody know who he is. But right now, you see, we're trying to get back to school, and like I said, as usual, it's always a challenge for the schools to have this. To have the students in for the first day, and also in East St. Louis, we had some floods over there also, with flooded in their areas, and also some of the surrounding cities over there, like Granite City, Madison County areas like that. They also had flooding in those communities. But right now, but we all face with the same problem, trying to get back just kids in school and provide, some type of education for them when they get in school.
Well, also, I noticed a tremendous Kansas, Missouri, they have a teacher shortage. And a lot of them kind of waiving a lot of the academia for people to be substitute teachers. And that's for people, I think I don't know if because the teachers have better deals that made more money or more benefits to work. So the same thing seems to be all over the nation with a tremendous shortage of, what we'll say, maybe not the right word, but qualified type people to teach our youth, which most of the youth you start from elementary all the way up, that's when they mold the people. Maybe they start molding the people, mores I think they might have called it, as they age from 2 to 5. But we have to get our students prepared for what's ahead of them in life. And I know that St. Louis, you got St. Louis University, you got Washington University, you got a lot of different what we call educational institutions that prepare people to go into different professions. And I know you might kind of tell our audience what is going on, say, like Washington University, St. Louis University. In the meantime, if we could have an opportunity for someone to call the people to get them back on the deal. If not, you and I can carry the show with the help of Mr. Scott.
Well, see, I can't, unfortunately, I can't call them at the same time.
I know.
But we do have somebody that's still with us, she's still here, because I still see her on my phone. But also, and you mentioned in the school, college we have here, we also have Harris Stowe Community College, Harris Stowe University, who is also got students coming back to class also. And right now in the Mid-County area where my office is located at, we have Tennessee University in that area, as well as we have Harris University. And so right now, some of those streets are blocked off in those areas. So, kids, kind of, coming in, bringing in these suitcases, some are bringing furniture with them, and they move into the dormitories. So there's a lot of activity going on. And also, around that same backdrop, we still get them coming out of the COVID pandemic. So that's still affecting some people also. So a lot of stuff is going on simultaneously. And there's again, we in our area here, we still have the COVID, people are still catching it, not as bad as it's been in the past because of the vaccines that are being received. But we still need more people. I don't know. I know you didn't mention on the show, but right now the booster shots will be out in very shortly, another couple of weeks for those, and those booster shots will be able to help people that got the new variants that's coming out, here that's for the whole country. And so that's why right now, if you don't have your shot, you do have your shot, get the boosters, and they can help you fight, because this is something that's going to be around for a long time. It's not something that's just going to come here and leave. So as we can be prepared as much as we can, get ourselves ready. So what I'm going to do, MC, is you carry the show for 1 second here, and I'm going to see if I can get this. I can get the lady from from Malaysia, from well, from the country that Rock is from. But let me see if I can get her back, okay?
Okay, and then you said you had somebody in the studio too that could talk, right?
No. I didn't even see what it is.
Okay, go ahead. We'll, I'll give in for you to tell us how to best do to get somebody else involved. In the meantime, while you're doing that, the Kansas City Chiefs are playing the Washington. They changed the name from the Redskins, and I believe the Kansas City Chiefs are winning. I got it on mute so I can do this very valuable show. And like I said before, we do have the UMA, United Minority Media Association, Midwest Southeast Regional Conference here in Kansas City on the 16th and the 17th of September. And the activity will take place over at the Bruce Watkins Cultural Heritage Center. That location is 3700 Blue Parkway. If you need the zip, it's 64130. But also we have here in Kansas City that's coming very international. That's Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. And then we also have our Gates Barbecue, and I know St. Louis, that's another thing I want to bring up about St. Louis. They have so many talented people, entertainers, that really come from St. Louis. They put a lot of people into the entertainment world, and they like jazz too in St. Louis.
Go ahead. I think she's back. How you doing? You back with us now?
Good afternoon. Well, apparently she hasn't made it back yet.
No, she called back in,
I know they're awful busy. They said they got a packed crowd out to the Ethnic Enrichment Festival, and well, we appreciate them taking time out of their busy schedule to be on this show with us. Which we reach a lot of people, and that's through YouTube, to Facebook, to Apple TV, to smartphone. We got also the what was the first I got? T-phone. I got a smartphone.
We're on Telegraph or Telegram, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, and FergusonUSAHotTalkRadio.com.
Well, don't stop, sir, but tell us all about what you're doing there, and tell about the different opportunities why the people should tune into the shows. And not only that, just tell the different shows that Aura does as a broadcaster at Ferguson USA Hot Talk Radio.
Well, if you're interested in doing your own podcast, we have the equipment and the expertise to send your information all over the world. Again, that's FergusonUSAHotTalkRadio.com. My email is voiceovers, VOICEOVERS, number 4, letter U, @gmail.com. So that's I'll say that one more time. It's voiceovers, VOICEOVERS, number 4, letter U, @gmail.com.
Well, Scott, you know the rules. Got here 3 times. One more time.
All right. Okay. That's voiceovers, VOICEOVERS, number 4, letter U, @gmail.com. Operators are standing by. So.
Okay. So we thank my name is Aaron Fowlkes. I'm with the Missouri Chamber of Commerce, and as Scott was saying, our program here is every Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. And also we have guests from around the country, really, that we have. And every Saturday at 2:30, we have our CEO of the National Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Chuck DeBow, joins us. And today when he is on, he wasn't on last week because he was down in Colombia, in South America, where he had been invited to be a guest at the inauguration of the new administration there. And he was a guest of the vice president, and today he gave us a report on how things went, and it was well attended, and he was well received. He spoke before, I think he said maybe about 50 nations, 50 mayors, I should say, came in for the inauguration. And one of the things that he did report was that the vice president there is a female, and they were reporting that that in Colombia, if you're aware, they had some cartels there, and so the new administration got in there. But one of the things they helped them win was the fact that they had a female candidate on the ballot, and so they were saying that the reason that Trump was so well received was that the Democratic Chamber of Commerce had been there for years in Colombia, advocating for inclusion in, with getting females involved, all minorities involved, and all nationalities involved in the government, what they were doing, and also in economic development and stuff. And so, on that premise, the vice president there contributed her, being elected, to the National Chamber of Commerce. And so, matter of fact, Chuck was saying that the next thing he was preparing to leave, and he had another committee meeting, and he went in there, which he was not aware of, but he was the guest speaker. And so, it's like, they were all sitting there at their desk, looking, listening, and he gave a message again. And from that turnout that he received in Colombia, South America, the National Chamber of Commerce have got some calls now from India and other countries around the world that have people of color there, and they all trying to join up with us now and advocate for what we're doing in terms of the National Chamber of Commerce and the Missouri Chamber of Commerce, what we're doing here in Missouri and around the country and other places, other cities. And we all just very proud that we can say that that we are growing. Around the country, we are growing in Missouri. MC probably want me to talk a little bit about our project in Haytown, Missouri, where the chamber is building something that's very unique and different that has been done before in the rural community. We are creating a local hub, 5G technology hub, where we're building some affordable housing. We're building at least anywhere from 24, maybe 30 units for housing in the Haytown area, because there's a waiting list for housing now. And also, we're looking forward to building not a supermarket, but a grocery store and some commercial retail space. And right now, this is just a hub. We had a 5G technology being taught there, as well as bringing that technology to the area there. And one of our members will be building cell phone towers in the area. So right now, we're very much excited about what we're doing in rural Missouri, because in those areas, they need help very, very, very badly. And things we take for granted like here, what's this, right now, we're talking on the phone, our cell phone. Everybody takes it for granted. But down in Haytown, you may have some very expensive telephones, but you can't use them because you cannot get any reception. So right now, we're trying to take care of, create some great, deal something with that, get away from the food desert that's there, and provide them with, some of the things people take for granted. And I'm happy to say that with MC in Kansas City working with us since our inception, because we have had our, in Kansas City, we have had our Trailblazer Awards there in 2019. And prior to 2019, we did a lot of stuff in the Kansas City area. But unfortunately, with the pandemic being what it was, it created a lot of stagnation and a lot of things, and that's why we're so happy to hear about the best festival today. The people are coming out in the community, and that's a good thing. And we look forward to getting back down to the baseball museum and back in Kansas City. I'm happy to say that people are aware that the People Live Baseball Museum, that this past week the land of the LA Dodgers put in together with Bob Hendricks, our good friend MC, who was like the ambassador for the director for the Baseball Museum. He's done one hell of a job.
You mentioned earlier about Harriet Stowe. That is one of the historical black colleges and universities in St. Louis. And also, the city, you have produced so many, tremendous entertainers. We might start with as the entertainer. But St. Louis has produced people in jazz, people, thespian actors I'm talking about. Tell about the people who have got their start from St. Louis. Let the world know how proud you are to show me state.
Well, right now, MC, one of the people that everyone's in the hip hop industry said it's getting hot in here. Nelly, has been very much a jewel. Grew up and still lives in the St. Louis area, and he comes back to entertain all the time. As far as what we do here, a lot of our entertainers will come back. One thing that I like to talk about also a little bit more here is that entertainment-wise, as you know, MC, we used to have the St. Louis Rams here who left and went to L.A. But right now, we have to say we do not have a NFL football team, but we will be having a XL football team that's coming back to town that was in St. Louis up until the pandemic. And one of the I guess early on mentioned that Ron Johnson, I know his name is Johnson, is the owner of the XFL football league, and that St. Louis was picked as one of the cities that will be hosting a football team, and we are very much excited about that. And as well, speaking of football, I would tell you, MC, the Chiefs just scored a touchdown, so now they're 23, probably 24 very shortly. So we will be home to our football team again. We're excited about that, and also, some of the entertainment here. Oh my God! Like I said, Tina Turner, was just some older heads that's been around. Like remember stores like that. But the good part about that, those people, still, come to St. Louis, and like I say, we're asking people who want to take a trip, come down here. We have the arts that you can visit here. We have the St. Louis Zoo that's known worldwide, which we expanded to right away. Matter of fact, we are creating a safari part of the zoo where you can drive through the zoo and have elephants and things like that you can actually ride through the zoo. They can come up to your vehicles and what have you, and as well as you can dine there, and also we're known for our neighborhoods. And so going into the fall time of the year, we have our neighborhood festivals. We have on the hill. We have some of the best Italian food there. And we have we known for our soul food for barbecue. We have that going on all the time. So right now, you come here for vacation. We can assure you will have a good time, and we wish you to have a good time. And also want to pray for the people out of the way out at the enrichment festival, because some bad weather is heading our way also in the Kansas area, which is now with this evening also, you can see.
Well, let's add to that. There's one that I know you got a soccer team becoming St. Louis, and tell about your hockey team.
Oh yes, by the way, we won the standing club recently, and as a matter of fact, we went to the playoffs last year, but we didn't go that far. But right now, we will be, fielding a hockey team, and this year, I can also say that our baseball team, the Cardinals.
Yes, right. And what kind of record they got now? Because they normally go to the playoffs, the World Series, or what have you.
But this year, right now, currently we are in first place in our division. They are ahead of the Brewers, and so right now, we're in a position now, and also one of our players we wanted. Excited about is Albert Pujols, has returned to St. Louis, and he's been hitting home runs. Matter of fact, just recently, he hit a couple of home runs, another grand slam, And right now, he was in maybe 8 to 10 home runs from hitting the 700 home run. So that'd be very much in rare territory.
Well, he's from the Green Valley area here in Kansas City, but he's a sure person to get in Major League Hall of Fame.
Oh yes. He will definitely make the Hall of Fame. And as a matter of fact, he will be going in probably as a Cardinal. He's Cardinal Nation, and that's it. We're proud to have him. And as well as we are proud to have another one of our good players. We have one of the best catchers in baseball, Molina. And as a matter of fact, he always. Matter of fact, he in his picture, Wainwright, right now is one of the pitchers here. Matter of fact, we have several. Matter of fact, the leader right now in the home run is from the St. Louis area also. So right now, our baseball team is doing very well, and we're excited, about possibly making the playoffs.
Well, what about Gibson, Bob Gibson? Also, Yogi Berra was born in St. Louis.
Yeah, Yogi Berra, well, I said, it's coming up to baseball. We are one, the only team that's won more World Series now in baseball is the New York Yankees. So St. Louis is number two, and I think we won about 13 or 14.
Folks, I hate to say this, but it's 5:56 right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. How funny how time flies.
Yes, it is.
And also with Brother Scott here, I'd like to brag about his wife, who is also a veteran. And right now, they are both working, in the veteran administration at the MC. Scott is also without right now in our veterans when he's part of the honor guard here. Tell me about what you do here with the veterans in the community.
Well, in the community, one of the things I do is I'm a member of the Patriot Guard Riders, and we take veterans on their final ride to their final resting place.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I guess they're so crowded, and we're happy for the Ethnic Enrichment Festival, but we're about to wound down this particular segment, but also we look to have some of the broadcasters and press associates the next couple of weeks because of deal that anybody want to know about the Yuma Midwest Southeast Regional Conference, just give me a call at 816-822-8866, and we're looking for people from the various countries to become at-large board member representing their countries, and then we want to expand that to get more people in the St. Louis and Ferguson area to be part of that too, because Missouri is a show-me state. That's what we plan on doing. And thank each and every one of you, and I'll take us out of here and tell the people.
Also, before we do that, we're happy to say that you have an event coming up real shortly. You talk about that right quick.
Go ahead.
Tell us about your event in Kansas City that you have a Yuma event coming up real quickly here.
Okay, we got it coming up on September the 16th and 17th, with the main day being on the 17th at the Broussard Walk and Cultural Heritage Center. We do have a meeting for the listeners this coming Tuesday at Broussard Walking at 3 p.m. It's 3700 Blue Parkway. Anybody else need more detail or what have you, just give me a call at 816-822-8866. And I got one of a good friend who's an attorney that she's going to establish our component of a legal prayer appraising group, and she will be at the meeting too. So I'll tell them about your show, and thanks for listening.
Okay, my name's Al Fowlkes, Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com, not to let you in Congress. Listening on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and also Spotify. Life is good. We'll talk to you again next year.
Okay, Scott, since you told we had 3 or 4 minutes, take us out of here.